am so super excited to talk to you about this topic. This topic is about not needing to meditate to get the answers that are sitting inside the seat of your soul. So many of you struggle with finding the time to sit down and meditate to tap into your intuition. So I have, and I'm going to discuss 5 ways that you can start getting in touch with your intuition just by doing the dishes, changing the kid's diaper, doing the laundry. You don't have to be in deep meditation in order to solve like the problems in your life. So if you're interested in getting more of my training today, as well as more of my tips, because I'm going to give you 5 tips, but I really think there's 10. I can't remember exactly what's on the PDF. Put easy in the comments below, EASY, easy in the comments below. And we are going to have a really great time today in discussing like, what is the thing that is standing in your way? Why can't you get the information? I work with so many of you around the world, and the biggest thing that I notice from people is that you struggle with getting the answers and then trusting the answers, right? And many of you think that you have to carve out like hours in your day in order to get the information from your guides, your intuition, whatever it is that you feel is a power that has information for you, right? And I believe that all our information is inside the seat of our soul, and I talk to guidance that's outside of me only because it reflects what's inside of me. It pulls out what's inside of me, the deep answers, and it allows me to live the life that I truly believe that is the life for me, a life from my heart and from my soul. And that's what I want for all of you. So I want you to learn how to tap into that wisdom doing everyday chores. So tell me if you're interested in that, just hit the likes and the loves, and also write easy in the comments. So I'm going to tell you a little bit of what's going on with me, because you need to kind of understand like what's happening during this moment as to why I feel like this training is so important. But before I do that, I'm going to jump over to my other screen and I'm going to say hi to some of you and see who's on this live. Jessica, hi Jessica. Hi Francis. Remember, if any of my soul stars from membership are here, membership for your soul, hit hashtag soul stars so I know that you're on here. We have a lot of members that usually come and visit. Like I see Lorraine right away. Hi, I see Ansul. Hi, Ansul. These are my soul stars. So, hi, Joanne. Oh, hi, Joanne. I went to high school. I know Joanne from when I was growing up. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Jennifer. We got a lot of people. Hi, Colette. Hi, Laura. Hi, Jan. Oh, there's a lot of you guys today. This is great. So I have a feeling that this topic resonates with many of you. You're all like, oh my goodness, just tell me how I can get to those answers without having to find more time in my day. So I'm going to take you through this activity that I think is going to be really beneficial for you as well. So what I want to first talk to you about is like what's going on in my life, right? Because I'm very transparent about my own life, and I have my comfy sweater on today. So I'm usually not Facebook costume ready ever. Like clothing to me is like a t-shirt and jeans. So I'm not one of those people that's ever going to show up like really fashionable. Anyway, with that said, I am going through a move. Right? And I have a lot going on in my life. I literally had a moment yesterday where I was on the phone with the IRS because something was going on. I'm in an escrow right now. I'm not going to talk about all of it right now until it's done. And I was having a meltdown. Like I hung up on them. I was so angry. Yes, spiritual me gets angry. And I just could not take their answers. And I hung up and I was like a puddle. I just started crying. And in those moments in our life, we really need to know what to do so that it doesn't become a train wreck and we don't start making really bad choices that then is like a tumbleweed effect that just puts you in more chaos, right? So you really have to learn how to be conscious in that moment. Like that wasn't a moment where I could go sit in my meditation room and meditate for a couple of hours and get the divine wisdom at that moment. And there's people at the door and there's just so much going on and I have to react. In that moment, actually, I reacted pretty quickly, and I reacted in a way that was a little train wrecker, but it wasn't horrible. And then I was able to take a breath, and then I was able to hear divine wisdom at that moment, and they told me who to call. So I called my friend Leslie Sloan. Leslie's a beautiful healer, Oracle Color Healing. We talked for a few minutes. She like got me into direct communication, quickly, and I knew. Now, here's a great moment. That's a moment where you want to know who to call, right? Because sometimes in those moments we're in chaos, we call the wrong person and then they create even worse chaos, right? Then they're the ones who are like all fearful, like, oh my goodness, what are you going to do? Oh, that's horrible. You better call the IRS back and apologize. Like you definitely don't want those people in your circle at that moment. So Spirit told me who to call, who to contact. I actually called somebody right before her, but they knew, like, no, this is who you need to call. And she calmed me down. We talked. She's like, you just need to get into your knowing. You need to get into your knowing with everything. And she was so right. And then I just kind of went into productivity. How do I solve this? What are the solutions? What do I need to do? Instead of being like, oh my goodness, the world is against me and I'm going to die right at this moment, right? When we're attached to something that's so important to us, we need to be able to continue to navigate the terrain, because life gets difficult in the moment without creating a train wreck. Because I can't tell you how many times in my life I created train wrecks and things just got worse and worse and worse. And then before you know it, you're so deep in the chaos and the catastrophe that you're like, I don't even know how to get out of this. I refuse to let that happen to me. So if you relate to this, hit the stars and the likes, or give me a relate. Maybe you even have something going on in your life right now that you're like, I don't know what the right choice is. And if you don't know what the right choice is, you can't like make choices that aren't going to benefit you. That's the moment when you have to pull back and give yourself some space and time and really allow the information to drop in. Okay? So that's something that happened to me yesterday. So this is a perfect training right now. And I'm going to share some of my stories, and then I'm going to give you 5 ways that you can connect while doing the dishes. I picked something that was like, profound, doing the dishes. Because many times, I'm going to tell you about some of my own moments where they happened, where the wisdom was just so direct. And it was at moments of like, I was just living my life. And that's what I want for you. I really cannot stress enough how, first of all of you have the answers. The answers may even be, go to this therapist, go to this coach, go to this person. That's okay. But I want you to recognize first and foremost that the answer is inside of you. And I want you to go into that. And too many people are in reaction mode where they're like, help me, help me, help me, help me, help me. And they just grab at things, or they grab at people that aren't really good for them. And then chaos ensues. Absolute chaos. How many of you understand chaos? Because I know I do. I was there a long time ago. Not doing that again. So I want to just tell you some of my stories, but I just want to check in and see what's happening. And then we're going to go over 5 tips. And if you're just joining me now, make sure that you type in easy, 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 easy. If you type in easy, you're going to get the PDF that I wrote up with my guides. And it's going to give you, I think it's like 9 or 10 steps. I can tell you right now. It's 10 steps on how to get the wisdom while you're doing the dishes. You got to love that. Get the wisdom while you're doing the dishes. So just type that in. Okay. So let's see if, let's check in. Colette says she understands. Lorraine said too, they react instead of respond. Yep. So people understand. Hi, Cindy, relate. Okay. And Caroline says she relates as well. Great. Hi, Carolee. If you're a soul star, remember, give me the asterisk soul star so they know that you're in membership, because there's some amazing people in membership. Okay, let me figure out, I'm always working the technology here, so let me get this easy to stop. Okay, great. So before I go into the 5 tips, I just want to give you some moments in my own life where you can understand what I'm talking about. So I'm going to talk mainly about the move, because that's the moments that I'm in right now. And then I may give you some others, and they're very quick things. I was in the process of selling my house, and I was in a lot of negotiations and really out of my own league. Like, I was not in my league at all. Did not know what I was doing. It was really, I wasn't educated in this area. I hadn't been through this experience before. I never sold a house before. My house went to the first people that came through. They wanted it. It wasn't even on the market yet. So there were a lot of decisions to make. And many of you may not relate to this story because you may have never been in this experience. But if you have a house that's never even gone on the market, it's hard to know if you're going to leave money on the table, if you're getting the right amount, especially in LA or certain areas where the market is so challenging and competitive. It's competitive in a good way, like especially for sellers. You want to make sure you're getting all you can. And I'll never forget this moment where my guides had been telling me all along what to do and how much to get and what to negotiate and what not to negotiate. But this was so out of my territory that I was sitting in lack of trust. And I was opening my front door when a lightning bolt struck me. And they showed me in an instant how I was not trusting them and what that meant for my experience and how that was going to catapult me into an experience that probably was not going to be good for me. And how I needed to lean into I'm telling you guys, I'm probably going to cry today because the magic that's gone on has been unbelievable. How they needed me to lean into the faith and trust of them, how they never abandoned me, how they were giving me information. And this all happens in an instant of putting my key in the door and unlocking it. And I'm like, I have to trust them. This is a scary moment that I don't know. You know, you hope, like even me who's been channeling for 12 years, you hope you're connecting to your guides, right? I'm making decisions that are over $1 million. These are big decisions. And some of that may make some of you uncomfortable that I'm talking about money too. And I was like, they're right. This is what I teach. What am I doing? I need to teach this. I need to lean into them completely. I need to trust them. And I did. I leaned into them. Now I had moments, and I'm going to share the full-on story soon, but not just yet, where I sat in a little bit of lack of trust and made a decision not fully in the faith of them, and found out like later on, oh, they were right. And you sometimes have to have those moments, and that's okay. So that was one moment. Here's another moment. I bid on a house, and it was the only house I bid on, and I knew my guides told me, you're not going to get the house. They just said, you're not going to get it. And it's a very competitive market where I'm buying, and I found out that I didn't get the house. And my realtor was like, you're going to have to rent. And now I have 5 animals. Who the heck is renting to somebody with 3 cats and 2 dogs, right? And I'm like, home is super important to me. All this that I'm teaching you is about safety, how to feel safe in your life every single day. So home is about safety to me. And I was sitting at my dining room table right here where I'm sitting now, and I was having huge anxiety attacks. And all of a sudden, guidance showed me something. They showed me on the floor in my dining room, laid out from an anxiety attack. And they said, you can't do this for the next 2 months because you're going to be in this process for that long. You're going to buy, you're going to be in escrow, you're going to have to furnish the house, you're going to have to move all your animals. You cannot be in this process for the next 2 months. You need to make a decision right at this moment to not do it this way. You need to take better care of yourself, and you need to make sure that you're okay. And in that instant, I said, that's it. Not doing it. Not making myself crazy. They are right. And let me tell you something. This is the magic of the story. I'm going to share a story with you. I'm just going to share a quick part of the story. So there was one location I wanted to live, and there were no houses on the market in this location. And I had been watching the market for like 9 months, and they were very, very rare houses would come up. But I chose this location. And there was a house on the market that had been on the market for quite some time. So I knew that I could probably get it. And it's unusual in this area where I'm going. Oh, it just froze. Okay, there it goes. Oh, it's freezing again. Okay, let's hope it gets better. There. So I said to my guides on a Sunday, I'm going to bid on this house. And they said, nope, you're not allowed to bid on this house. Wait till Wednesday. Monday morning, I was anxious. I wanted this house. I said, I'm going to bid on this house. They said, nope, you're not allowed to bid. I got to wait till it unfreezes. You're not allowed to bid on this house. It's going to keep freezing. Okay, just hold on. I may have to go off and come back on, and I'll finish the story. So Wednesday morning came. I didn't bid on the house. 5 houses in that area came up all at once in my price range. Unheard of. My realtors are like, what's going on? I didn't tell them what happened. I didn't tell them the story. And my house was one of those houses. So I'm not going to give you the rest of the magic, but let me know, is this the magic you want in your life? And if it is, respond with magic. Respond with likes and loves. Let me know. Okay? Now we're going to go into some of the tips and we're going to play with this for good. Yeah, Patty, not in this market. I could not sell with a contingency clause. Trust me. Yeah, I understand that. But thank you for your advice, sweetie. Oh, Tony, thanks for sharing. If you feel like this is great for people, I just want to make sure I'm still not freezing. And I'm not. Okay, good. So who's ready for the 5 tips? And if you do share, I love, 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 love that. And if you're a soul star, remember to hit hashtag soul star. So Anna's saying magic. Damon is, Colette's saying magic. Lisa's saying magic. A lot of you want this magic. And I agree. And this is how magical my life is. I am talking from my own truth, my own experience, right? And I'm showing you transparency. I had anxious moments. I had a moment yesterday. So let's go over the 5 tips. But for those of you who are just joining me, remember to type in easy, 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 and you're going to get the PDF. So we're going to go over 5 tips. And I want you to go through this exercise with me right now, okay? So first, do not freeze. This is so annoying. First, what I would like you to do is think about something that you really want to work on, something that's a question you have, a topic you have. Just take a moment now and just fill your system with this thing that you want an answer to, something that you've been struggling with possibly. So just take a moment right now and do that. Now, do you all have it? Hit the likes and the loves if you do. I want you to do something for me. And this is the first tip. I want you to acknowledge it and repeat it. So what I mean by this is I want you to say it out loud. I want you to acknowledge it because many, many times we know what we want answers to, but we don't acknowledge it. We don't take a moment, something drops in, and we don't acknowledge what's happening. We don't acknowledge the wisdom even that's dropping in. The only thing that's standing in your way between you and your inner wisdom when you're doing the dishes is you. That's it. Because it's constantly around us and we don't take a moment and a breath and just take our time to really allow it in. So take a moment right now and acknowledge it and repeat it and say it out loud. And if you can't say it out loud, try to mumble it. I always do this and I talk like that. Do that. Why do I have people do that? I'm going to tell you. Okay, so I just first want you to take a moment to do it. The reason why I ask you to do that is because you're connecting with the universe by doing that. You're saying, I'm ready to receive. I'm ready to hear. So many of you sit in disappointment or lack or past stories. By acknowledging and repeating and saying it out loud, you're taking a moment and becoming present in the problem, asking the universe for a solution because you're speaking it out loud. And this universe is like, this is what she wants. This is what he wants. Okay, I'm hearing you. I'm gonna help you now. Instead of all the trickery that we do. Oh, we really want to fall in love, but we're not going to talk about that. Let's talk about those shoes or something. We avoid the topics because we're afraid of the answer, or we're afraid we're never going to get an answer, or we're afraid of the truth, or whatever it may be that comes up. So acknowledge and repeat. Can everybody do that? Let me know. Stars. They don't have stars yet. Likes and loves. Let me know. All right, here's the next one. Breathe. We forget to breathe. Now, let me tell you something about breath that's really important. Your breath is like an umbilical cord to your guides. Your breathing is connection. Our breath is connection to God, to source, to universe. And if you're doing the dishes and you say out loud, let's say, I want a new car. How can I get a new car? Let's not worry about the scarcity consciousness, the lack consciousness, the fear of money. Stop it. You're not allowing the gifts in. And then you acknowledge it, you say it out loud because you're saying to Spirit, I know there's a way, and I know you're going to show me a way. Maybe not today, but I'm going to acknowledge this. And then you start breathing it in. You start breathing in that connection. It's a great way to ground. And then we do the next one. You ready for the next one? You tune in. See, we are running from one thing to another. And mainly people are running from one thing to another because they're afraid. They're afraid to stop in the moment and be in their truth. They're afraid to stop in the moment and experience their emotions. Maybe they're going to experience frustration. Maybe they're going to experience lack. Maybe they're going to experience the lack of safety. But in that tuning in moment, that's where the answers are. So this is the moment where you take, if you're doing the dishes or you're doing it with me right now, and you tune in. And what you're going to tune into right this moment is your surroundings. And all I want you to do is you're tuning in. I'm going to give you a simple sensory exercise. I want you to smell something. Now, you may not smell anything, but I want you to use your imagination and tell me what you smell. And I'd love to see it in the comments. Like right now, I'm smelling jasmine. Do I really smell jasmine? No, but I'm seeing jasmine in my vision, so I'm smelling jasmine. And I don't even really know that I have the exact smell of jasmine, but I know it doesn't matter. So notice what you smell. Now, when you're breathing in this smell, I want you to describe how it makes you feel. And I'd love to see it in the comments. Like when I breathe in jasmine, jasmine makes me feel like fresh air. Fresh. It also, what it does for me is it opens up my heart. So I feel open. That's the word I'm going to choose, open. So I feel open. There you go. How did that feel? How was that experience? Let me just check in with you guys. So, peaceful. Carmen said rose. Janae, Colette said cleanse. Francis said peaceful, pretty, alive, hopeful. Guys, Liz said safe. Laura said a swimming pool. I love that. You smell a swimming pool. I love swimming pools. What you're noticing right now, no one's saying fear. No one's saying lack. No one's saying scary monster, smelly, scary monster. No one's saying BO. Everybody's going peace, breathing in, calm, relaxed. Are we in deep meditation? No. We're just in a moment here together. And you are connecting with your guides. And by doing this and getting into that state, you're getting into a receiving state to allow wisdom in. Some of my best wisdom, and I know you guys are going to relate to this, happens in the shower, happens doing the dishes, happens doing laundry, walking the dogs, running. It's not always when I'm in meditation. So that's the next one. All right, let's do number 5. No, we have two more. The next one is focus. What do I mean by focus? Okay. So now I want you to focus on something you hear. So I want you to just close your eyes, notice what you hear. You could hear silence, and I'll stop talking so I can give you a chance, or you might actually tune into one of my words, because you might be around people that are talking. Don't be like, it's got to get quiet. You might hear a plane, you might hear a car honking, you might hear the collar of your dog. So just focus 1 second on something you hear, and you might hear a bunch of sounds, but just do that right now. Pick one sound and put a word to it. Just call it something. Give it a name. Doesn't have to be a name like Alfred or Fred. Doesn't matter if it is, but give it a name. So I heard the plane, and the word that I would associate with it right away is freedom. And that makes perfect sense for me with what I'm doing. So what did you get? What was the sound? What was the word attached to it? What was the sound and what was the word attached to it? So you can do this at any moment. You could do this at your desk when your boss is like getting on your nerves. You could go one word. He's telling me I did something wrong. What is wrong? What am I hearing wrong? Not going to agree or whatever. So Liz got power. Lorraine got movement because she heard wind blowing through the trees. Lucia, I hope I'm saying your name right. She got sound of water, purity. Beautiful. Dana, hi Dana. I heard buzzing and attached energy. That's great. Graham got car, travel. Francis got, I hate when it does this. Hold on, Francis. I want to read yours because I love this. Fridge running, tenacious. What does tenacious mean to you? Good job. Good job. So let me know by the likes and the loves, and if you want to share this with somebody who you think would really benefit from this easy 5-tip training. I'm not done. We have one more tip. Do that now. And for those of you just joining me, if you type in the word easy, you're going to get the PDF with all this and more. Okay? So let me know now, do you see how quick you're connecting? Maybe you don't understand where it's going, but already we've got states of peaceful and calm. We're getting words of purity or tenacious. Frances may need to be tenacious about something with the question she had. Lucia may need to purify her thoughts around something that she wants. Tina, I didn't see what Tina wanted, so hold on. Kathy may want to change something, right? Because she's got change. Jennifer, hi Jennifer, another soul star. She got hummingbird wings, freedom. So whatever the question was when you initially started, these words are starting to give you information. The words that you got with the smell, the words that you got with the sound. Now, it may not answer the question, but what it's doing is getting you in a receiving mode for insights, wisdom, and information. Trust me. Okay? So here is number 5. Examine. What are we going to do with examine? What do you mean by examine? All right. So let me tell you about examine. I want you to do something. I want you to look at your hands, and I want you to examine your hands. What do they look like? How do you feel about your hands? And I want you to describe your hands in one word. What's one word that you would describe your hands? So for me, my hands, my mother used to always say that we had peasant hands. We must have worked in the fields in another lifetime or something. And they always made me feel like my hands were ugly, right? And then I was like, and she didn't mean anything by it. And now when I look at my hands, I love, love, love my hands. Now I'd never be a hand model, but my hands allow me to do so much. I just love them. I love that they are with me and they're an extension of me, and I can hold things and I can hug my dog and I could grab his little face and the two of them and get kisses, or I could take my kitty cat and put him near my face. So it reminds me of all these beautiful, beautiful things I get to do with my hands. I can touch the trees. I can touch the earth. So my word for hands is love. It puts me in a space of love. What does love do for me? It helps me to receive. I'm not in fear. I'm in love. I'm now in the breathing, heart opening energy from the jasmine. I'm in the freedom of the plane, and I'm in love. Let's see where you guys are at. So let me hear what you got for that. So I'd love to know what you got for your hands. Patty got grateful. Carolyn got capable. These are great words. Make sure, like Tony, I've noticed you've done this, sweetie, so I want to take you a further step along. You wrote like grandma's hands or what you heard before. Make sure you're adding the words to it, the adjective, or describing them, because otherwise that's going to make you stay stuck and you won't get the information from your spirit guides. Okay, so I'd love to see you write in. Tell me what grandma hands make you feel like. Maybe that makes you feel nurturing. Maybe that makes you feel love. Maybe that makes you feel like, ish. And that's okay too. There's nothing wrong with that. Kathy got strong. Cheryl got strong. Carolee got healing power. Graham got secure heart. Barbara got honest. Hi, Barbara. Damon got heavy. Heavy. Okay. And Nancy got wrinkled but loved. I love that. Catherine. Hi, Catherine. Another soul star. Remember, if you're a soul star, hit hashtag soul star. Caring hands, and soul stars are people that are in membership for your soul. Yes, they are beautiful. And Tina got healing nourishment. Love that. Okay. Tony, sparkles. Yay. Great. So there are more tips. And if you want those tips, all you have to do, and I don't have, where's the call to action? Is type in this word easy, and you're going to get everything that I just did with you. And I'm going to summarize this in a second. Everything that I just went with you, and then it goes further. It helps you how to take all of this and put it towards that question we started out with, right? So you're going to take all of this and do that. Now, this is what I want to share with you, and this is super important. And if you really feel, hi, Dana, my little soul star, Solil is a soul star too. If you feel, and the other Tony said hardworking, good, I like that. If you feel that this is a benefit to other people, please do share it. I do appreciate when you share the videos a lot. Some of you I know are in a closet and don't want people to know that you follow someone like me. I respect that too. So here's what you just did. And there's going to be more information on the PDF. So make sure you type easy if you did not get the PDF. What you just did is allowed yourself to connect to your inner wisdom. You allowed yourself to connect to your soul. You gave yourself a moment in time. Now, we've only been on for 31 minutes, and I only did that exercise probably for about 5 to 10 minutes at the most because I was explaining the first 20 minutes. That's all it takes. You, if you're at a job that you hate, could go into the bathroom stall, bring this PDF with you, and read through it and have a moment of meditation wisdom. Now, what may happen is you don't get the full-on answer. You may not know exactly how to go further with it. But what it will do for you is open you up to receive. So what may happen is later on that day, you run into someone at a coffee shop, they say something, and you're like, oh my goodness, that's what I need to do. We cannot get the solution to our problems when we are so in them, so restricted in fear, and so focused on them. The way that we get our solutions is when we step back and give some breathing room and trust, and we lean into the trust and the faith with our guides. And then we use these simple little tools that I teach a lot of my members in Membership for Your Soul. We're running games over there right now where we're doing simple things, come up with an animal, blah, blah, blah. And they are doing readings on themselves that are blowing me away. And this is my goal, to teach people how to do this. Because no matter how much you may depend on a reader, a life coach, a therapist, you don't have them with you every moment of the day. And when you're having a moment like I had yesterday with the IRS, if I didn't have these tools and techniques, that could have been really, really horrible. Yesterday was one of those days, and that wasn't the only thing that happened. Yesterday was one of those days where it was like, what the frig is going on here with this train wreck? And I had to call a stop on it right away. And I got guidance to connect with a friend, my friend Dana Middleton, who's an amazing tapper and very intuitive. And I haven't contacted Dana in a while. Dana got on the phone with me. Whoosh, she gave me the answer. Last night when I woke up at 3:30 in the morning, because I've been waking up thinking about things, I did the mantra that she gave me, what she taught me in that moment. I slept so well. So I still reached out to someone, but I listened to guidance about who to contact. And that person was the answer. That's what I want for all of you. Hi, Shelly, another soul star. Hi, and Soul's a soul star too. So let me know right now, because we have some time, was this helpful for you? Was this beneficial? Does it make sense? Do you feel like you can do it? I know I just threw out a bunch of questions because anybody who follows me knows that the information comes fast. Let me know what you think. Do you feel that you can do this? Can you take 5 minutes out of your day? Can you do this when you're washing dishes? Can you do this when you're picking up the poop from your dog? What? Yeah. I am in connection every single minute. Even when I'm on the phone with the IRS and kind of losing it a bit, I knew I was out of connection at that moment because I went into fear right away. Then I went into solution. Then they told, they were like, it was a little kind of crowded in there because there was a lot of fear happening at the same moment. And then it didn't last long. So imagine having a meltdown in a moment that lasts like a couple of minutes and then you're done with it. Like that's what is happening in my life. If I have a meltdown and I'm learning it right away and I'm healing and then it's over and then I'm on to the next expansive thing. So Carol Lee says, yes, 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 this was awesome. I'm so glad. Yes, it feels simple and I can do this. Good, good, good. Yes, I can do this, taking the time to do this. Yes, makes a lot of sense. Hi, Dana. I just know Dana's going through some stuff. And these are other of your tools at work other day, all is well now. I love that. Poop Patrol meditation. That was hilarious. Thank you for that. Very easy but powerful. Great. So that is what's important to me. Sal says yes, yes, yes. So make sure, share this with people if you feel it's helpful. Make sure you put easy in so that you get the PDF, because that's really important. And let me know if you guys aren't part of, let me put that in. You have to answer the questions if you join we no longer just let people into my Facebook group, my private Facebook group. But we do have a free private Facebook group. We have Membership for Your Soul, but that's a paid program. Let me give this to you now and make sure this is the right group, because we're archiving another group. Hold on. My computer's being slow. Yeah, this is not the right group. I would love to hear from you guys to see how this works for you. I'd love for you to go out and do it. See, that's not making sense. Yeah, here it is. Okay, it's this group. Sorry, guys. Sometimes, I'm my own little machine here. Okay. So that's the Facebook group. I'll put it in the comments too. That's the free Facebook group. And it's not letting me put it in the comments. Okay. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. But if you don't answer the questions, we don't accept you into the group. So you should know that. You have to answer the questions. Otherwise, you don't get accepted into the group. All right. So it looks like all of this was really, really beneficial for you, and I'm really glad about that. And I would love to know how this helps you moving forward, because it is my goal. You're welcome, Sandra, to help people to live the life that I'm living. Now, I'm going to start sharing more. My membership people are going to get this first, because they're my peeps. They're my private group, Membership for Your Soul. So you guys that are members on here, Soul Stars, you're actually going to hear my story next week. Most likely. We'll let you know when it is. But I'm going to share with all of you the magic that I've been creating in my life, and how I'm living a dream come true, and how I made that happen. And it's really, really important. I want to share the road that I took, so that all of you can learn how to do this for yourself. And I think it's really beneficial to hear from someone who will share the moments of anxiety, fear, to the moments of exhilaration and wonderment and expansion. Because I don't think it's beneficial to hear from someone who just says, oh yeah, I'm always living with, I think that whatever. So that's not the story that I'm going to tell you. The story that I'm going to tell you is my truth. And I feel like it'll be great for you guys for me personally, when I hear somebody's story and I see what they came through and I see the possibilities, it inspires me to take action in my own life. It inspires me to know that I can have it too. And I am here to tell you now, look, you can trust me on this or not, but I'm here to tell you that those dreams in your heart are meant to be lived. Now, they may not look exactly how you're envisioning them today, but that's because they're even better than you imagined. So practicing with this, not being attached, but still allowing yourself to dream and want and love, is a practice that everybody can have. I know that's a difficult one to understand, but you can do it. And then you create from the inside out, and you get to start living the life that you're meant to live. So thank you so much for spending time with me here today. Remember to type in easy if you want that PDF. Remember to share the video if that's cool for you. If it's not, that's fine too. And also, thank you, Carolee, and thank you, Ansul. Also, check out the Soulful Living Facebook group. But again, if you do not answer the questions, we will not let you in. I'm very strict. I archived the other group, and I'm very strict about this group, because we want people who are really about changing their lives and creating change in their lives from the inside out, and knowing that they're responsible to do that as well. So much love to all of you. I hope that you have an incredibly blessed day or evening whenever you're watching this. And thank you so much for joining me. And thank you so much for just participating. Have a great day or night. Bye.